Please sit.
Such an amazing show.
Of course.
I love the vibe of the audience.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have not met one person who have been on the show and haven't said that my audience are the absolute best. You guys
They're
are doing
amazing.
And to you, Tracy, you look absolutely stunning,
Thank you so much. And you as well. It's really lovely to see you.
It's really lovely to see. I
I
always like when I get to sit down with my Nigerian sisters because you see, I'm half Nigerian and half Ghanaian, hence the name Shola Adeyemi. So it's always beautiful to like sit down with, again, my Nigerian sisters, and we get into life, work, and all the in-betweens. Now, Tracy.
How are you?
I'm well.
It's lovely to be here, honestly. Beautiful show.
How are you doing?
I'm perfect. I'm fine. And I'm beginning to love Ghana already. I mean, this is my first time in Ghana. And your people are warm and receptive. I love it.
I mean, what shocked you most about Ghana? Because every time people step into Ghana, I mean, it's different when you hear about it.
Yeah.
The feeling is always very different. So what shocked you most stepping into Ghana?
Honestly, so this is just day one, and this is my first engagement, so I haven't had time to explore.
Okay.
But I'm sure that when I go through all my itineraries, I would definitely let you know what shocks me most. But what I really love, like I said earlier, is how warm they are. They are not gra-gra. They are warm. They are just calm. I love that about them.
How was the airports? Because anytime people talk about the Nigerian airport, it looks like it's a lot of chaos. Like you have to pass through security. It looks like there are tons and tons of people. How was Ghana's airport?
Beautiful, beautiful. You know, Lagos is chaotic. Everyone knows that. I mean, even though we still love our beautiful Lagos, but I would say that there's a good side to it also.
Right.
Ghana airport is like its people, calm and also. But you know, in every airport, checkpoints very necessary. All of these checks is also important for our safety.
Any Ghanaian food you're looking forward to tasting soon?
Definitely the jollof rice. I'm not leaving here until I test that jollof rice. And I'm gonna give my review.
Okay. You better, because I don't like to indulge in the jollof battle, because again, I'm between two worlds. How do I say Ghana's is better than Nigerian? So in my books, all of us have the same.
And is it the banku?
Banku.
Banku, right? Did I pronounce that correctly?
Banku.
Banku, okay.
Yes, there's also fufu as well.
All right.
There's fufu in Ghana as well. I'm sure you would see. Yeah.
How would your fufu be? OMG.
How our fufu? We'll tell her how our fufu is. Succulent. It's beautiful. So you should try all of those.
So I would.
Anyways, it's beautiful to have you here. I'm happy that you're in Ghana.
Thank you.
It's always beautiful when, again, people step in here and they get to feel, you know, all the hype. It's better than what you see on the social media and what people have to say. But let's come to Tracy.
Yes, sure.
You wear a lot of hats.
Yes, I do.
Not one, not two, not three. You're doing literally everything. And for people like me who are in media here in Ghana, sometimes you hear other stories and you're wondering, oh, that's how it sits somewhere. So let's go to Tracy. Let's go back in time to Tracy. Have you always known that you would grow and blossom into this woman that we see today?
That's a beautiful question. Thank you so much. You know, you say something, I do everything. Okay. I'm multidimensional. And in the context of everything, it's still within the scope of my skills and what I'm good at and within my purpose. So to your question, have I always known that I would be this woman? Honestly, I would say yes. Yes. When I was much younger, I had a sense of purpose. I've always had a sense of purpose, even as a child. And as a believer and as a spiritual woman also, that also adds some kind of anchor. So as I grew older into becoming a woman, the woman that I am today, clarity came in and sense of direction, a fuller sense of clarity came in. So at this point, there's no confusion as to what not to do or what. We know exactly where we're going. We know exactly what to do, when to do it, with whom we should do it with. So it's a lot. It can be a lot. I mean, when you say everything, but it's still in the context of what we are called to do, what I am called to do as a person and as a child of God. So in media,
Right.
especially in media, because media is such an important platform and industry in our nation, in any nation. It defines almost everything. Within a switch, it can destroy or create. So it's important that people who tell authentic and true stories are there.
So what would you say Tracy's calling is?
Tracy's calling would be to impact life through philanthropy. That's my assignment.
Right.
So through philanthropy, it can be through media, it can be through speaking. You know, it's not always just, you know, when people hear about philanthropy, they think it's about dashing money. No, it's not. It can be through writing. I wrote today, my debut book is out already, through speaking, through media, anchoring shows and hosting shows in different ways.
Right.
So my calling is to impact. It has always been about impact. And I've known this for the longest time.
Right.
Yeah.
Let's go back again to childhood, because you said you found your purpose quite early. And again, you're a multi-dimensional woman. You're not doing just one thing. You're in different spheres, still doing your motivation and impacting lives. Let's come to Africa, where we find ourselves.
Absolutely.
Normally, when a child knows the purpose quite early, there are things that can countercross it. Family can say no. Other people can dream on your behalf. So let's scale it to family in Nigeria, because also we in Ghana have stories of our own. Let's go to Nigeria. As a child who knew purpose early, how was that? How did you maneuver?
Well, thank you for that question. I would say I'm privileged to have very supportive parents. Parent now, because I lost my mom in 2020.
Right.
So they were very supportive of our dreams and big ambitions. The way I'm passionate about my dreams, my siblings are worse. They are even more passionate and more ambitious. So, and that was an, let me say, relatively easy path, because we had parents who would go to the ends of the world to see that they support us. Yeah, we didn't have we were not the richest, but I wouldn't say I grew up in the slums, but I was comfortable, and I had parents who say, we believe in you, whatever you want to do. Today I say I want to be a model, tomorrow I say I want to be a TV host, whatever, we believe in you and we would like to support you. So how I was able to navigate that phase is my parents, my family. I will always say my family. I wouldn't be here without my family. And also God, basically, because it all boils down to the relationship with the Creator for me. And I've known that since I was a child. I've had that relationship, so it's my anchor. That is why whatever I go through, whatever battle, whether it's life-threatening case, God is still the anchor.
Well, our topic today says that great communicators can transform Africa. And again, you're an advocate for that, always using our voice to speak positive things, to impact people. And also, I think it's a way we can sell ourselves to the outside world, so they know that Africa is not damned, if you know what I mean. So for you, would you say that that is true, that great communicators can actually transform Africa?
Absolutely, Shola. What you're doing right now, you are a great communicator, sitting down on this platform and sharing a space with personalities like myself. You are transforming Africa in your own way through all of these conversations, and one conversation at a time, one story at a time. So Africa, we do not lack talent, we do not lack skills, we are not olodos like all the trends would say. We have skill, we have talent, we are so talented in fact. And which is one of the reasons I created the Tracy Dominic show, where we tell authentic African stories, because we are so talented, and I feel like the world have yet to see us, and we don't have enough media to showcase us. And so some people, the world waits when, oh, you're now a big star before they tell your story, but your story still matters while you're becoming. And that is what the Tracy Dominic show is about, telling authentic African stories, spotlighting their talent while they are becoming. So because it helps. You know, when I said I have parents who supported me, you know, that little I believe in you, it goes a long way. That's why a child who is in primary school will remember that teacher who pushed him or her. Rihanna, remember that teacher who helped you, that person who said something that has helped you keep going. So telling African stories, great communicators are important, because communication is not just about conversation, you know. It can be how you inspire someone.
Yes, because I was going to say that
yeah.
I have spoken to a number of young people who tell you that I only think that great communicators are people like you and I who are on TV and are communicating. So again, please reiterate to these young people who are watching us, because I always stand firm on the fact that young people are the future, they are the tomorrow, and in fact, they are the today as we said. So for people who think that great communicators are only those who have probably studied journalism and have platforms like this, what are you telling them?
So what I'm telling them is communication is you're spreading a message or you're inspiring someone or you're using your voice. You don't have to be in a journalistic platform like this. It can be you using your voice to inspire someone, to impact someone, to uplift someone, or to change the narrative. We saw that in NSAS. That is communication. That is communication. The mass of people who came out together and they stood on the narrative that things had to change. They were communicating something. When we look at our past leaders like Kwame Nkrumah, he was a great communicator, and that was why he was able to make people to believe that Africa can govern itself, not just in Ghana, but in other countries. So you don't have to be a journalist like Shola or myself, a broadcaster, before you attempt a great communicator. You can use your voice wherever you are, even in the conversation you have every day with your siblings, your friends, your colleague. You can use your voice to impact, you can use your voice to inspire, and that is how you create impact and shift the narrative one conversation at a time.
So as communicators, let's look at a very big topic. The xenophobic attack that took place a couple of months ago in South Africa. It's one of the big things that we've been talking about. Youth have been talking about it. Those of us who have these platforms have been talking about it. What do you think about it? And how can communicators help to spread such awareness? And how do you think we can also, again, maneuver out of all of these?
Well, it's sad, I would say, and communicators have a great place and a shoe to fill, in fact, because I really do not think we're doing enough. Sometimes I feel like we just jump on stories. When one is trending, we leave the other. But we need to follow developing stories, and that is how people will remember that, okay, this story is not just a helpless situation. There is progress. There is progress, and that is where we as communicators come into play. We don't keep jumping from trend to trend. We follow developing stories and see that, okay, this didn't just end as a helpless situation where people are dying or being attacked, but something came out of it and it's positive. Even if it's not positive, let's be authentic with our story. Let's not exaggerate.
Right.
Let's not exaggerate what is not true. If it's not happening there the way it's happening, you don't need to say it and hype it just to get clicks. Just to get likes. Young people have a great place in these too, because we all have phones. Young people, Gen Z, the millennials, the baby boomers, all of us, we have phones, right? You also impact Africa by not hyping what is not true. You don't click what is exaggerated. You don't click what is not true just because you want likes. The likes will, in a few minutes, everybody will forget about it. And what then happens? So the most important thing is to use our platform as young people to impact what's
And I mean, when it comes to social media, it's always a very dicey place for me because it's wishy-washy. Today it can be good, tomorrow it's not. Let's take, again, South Africa. So after all the xenophobia, all of that has passed, they just played in the World Cup. And every time they had a match, we had a number of people in their comment section leaving how they hate them, how they don't want to be around them, how they're praying endlessly for them to lose the match. Some Ghanaians, they fall victim to that, you know. As a communicator, I think that they've done that so much so that they had to lock the comment section because people were just going haywire in there. As a communicator, is that right?
The thing is, you can't stop people from expressing themselves. You can't control people's perception and attitude, even though it's not right. To them, they will say, it's right, it's freedom of speech, I can say whatever I want, it's my phone, it's my data. That is where the people who should push better narratives, who should tell better stories, who should tell more positive story, and use social media to not hurt, but not cause any harm. Because you know when you type something on Instagram, it will tell you be kind with your words.
Yes.
Something like, so that means that the people who made these apps, they know that you should be kind with your words. You shouldn't be, what do you call it now? You shouldn't be attacking people anyhow. So it all boils down to all communicators. You mustn't be, as I said earlier, you mustn't be on a platform to be a good one. You can start with your phone. Because when we keep telling authentic story, when we keep telling the right thing, before you know it, the people doing the right thing will be more than those haters on social media. No one would even see them.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, let's come back to the Tracy show. Now, your Tracy Dominic show, I caught a number of episodes, and let me say, wow. Because indeed, you're telling great stories, and you're giving people the platform to show what they're actually made of. What is the future of that show? Where do you look to take it to? Also, let's come to you as an author. What do we have in the box as well? Tell me all about it.
Thank you so much, Shola. The future of the show is a platform where a rising star comes on board. It can be, anyone can be a rising star. Artist, dancer, musician, poet, writer, actor. Comes on the Tracy Dominic show and
They go.
They start making more. It gives me so much joy because it's the reason I created the show is to recognize people who are becoming. Because you see their smile when I tell them I see you, I believe in you. Thank you for sharing your light to the world. It's the light up because they are so talented, but no one is seeing them. And that's what I want for the Tracy Dominic show to do, to see them. And the future of it is not just to go viral, because it's not virality really, it's impact. Impact, it all goes back to impact again, impact on these lives, even in entertainment, education, anywhere.
Right, so all sectors actually, all spheres and sectors.
Any talents.
Right.
There's no talent is talent, really.
Right.
I mean, God gave us massive talent, and everyone has one.
Where do you hope to see the show go in the next 5-10 years?
In the next 5-10 years, global, international, and I want to see people coming out to say the Tracy Dominic show did the Tracy Dominic show. It will give me great joy because that would be the mission of God for the show, not just my mission. That would be the reason God said, do this show. Because everyone is saying, why are you spotlighting people no one knows? I mean, nobody's going to watch it. I'm like, okay, fine. So it also takes courage to do this show because everyone is interviewing these celebrities. I don't have anything I don't have anything against them, but I'm saying, who is talking about the stories that are underrepresented? And that's where I come in.
And I commend you for that. Like, that is great because, again, for people with such platform and gravitas and the things you can do, most of the time you'd end up paying attention to what will benefit you. And not because it's wrong, but also because you want to situate yourself in a place that benefits you and other individuals. So for you to pick people that are not or are rarely spoken about and giving them a spotlight is one that I would say is very commendable. You're doing a really great job.
Thank you.
And I know that everyone who gets in contact or gets to be on this platform would walk away blessed. Like you always say, because I think in this conversation, you've put God at the center of every part.
Yeah, because he gets the glory. He's the one that gave me the vision, you know, so I'm just here to do the work.
Right.
Yeah, and that's why even my debut book, it wasn't for accolades, really. It was just me. So imagine someone who writes a book that is saying honest conversation. You know, when you hear the book of Psalms.
That's a debut book?
My first book, my debut book.
Yes.
I released last year, November.
Right.
Dear God, 100 affirmations for the battles no one sees. So it's a collection of affirmations, honest conversations to God, just like Psalms. When you read Psalms and Lamentations, and Job even, they tell it to God like they feel it. And God, even at the end of it, you see God saying, I like this person because they were honest. You know, you're true because God wants to hear you. So that book I've been writing since I was 13. Since I was a child. So it was more of a collection of my rights up to. And guess what? When I put it out, a lot of people related to it. You're not alone in your suffering or your struggle and challenges. You would think that you're the only person this thing is happening to, but you're not. So when I released Dear God, 100 affirmations for the battles no one sees, a lot of people connected to it. And it's backed up with affirmation. It's not just honest conversations to God, affirmations that strengthens you. It feels like every time you read it, you lighten up.
Right.
So it gives you that. It's not an inspirational book. It's a light book.
Right. So it's just lightens you up.
light. It lights you up. It strengthens you. It gives you hope.
Right.
Yes, that's the word. It gives you hope.
And trust me, as young people, a lot of people need that.
Yeah, it's on seller. They need it because the rate at which things are going in our countries those days, in the continent and the social media, you need some encouragement every day. You need the laughs are there, but after the laughs, then what? You go back to your reality.
Right.
So you need an anchor. You need an anchor. Yeah.
Where can we get these books? Do you have any
Yeah, it's
audio
on seller
form?
currently. Soft copy is on seller. Definitely, I have the digital copy, but you can get it on seller. The link is on my Instagram handle, Tracy Dominic _.
So please get the book. It's very important. I know I have a copy with me. I would like to show everybody. Please bring me
I had to bring your copy.
Of course. How do you come to me and not bring me your copy now? Thank you. Oh, and the cover is beautiful. Have you guys seen it? Please put your hands together for Tracy. So Tracy's book.
And I have a little note for you. I wrote.
There's a note in there. I like surprises. Tracy's too kind. So first of all, I love the cover.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful, properly thought through. Look like an angel in there. So let me read. Am I allowed to read?
Go ahead.
Okay, so this one says, Dear Shola, thank you for the warm conversation and the opportunity to share my story. I hope, dear God, embraces you with strength and strengthens you, and also continues using your voice to inspire others. Stay fearless. Thank you.
Thank you.
I love it. So again, please, for those who will be looking for it, please again, one more time, tell us where we can get it.
Yes, so the soft copy is on seller. Seller, you can get the link on my Instagram handle. It's just on my Instagram page, Tracy Dominic _. Tracy Dominic is TRACY. Dominic, DOMINIC, then _. So the link is there on seller, so you can click on it and download it.
And download it is very important. Now, you're in Ghana. What are we here for? Tell me all about it. How many days, weeks are you here for?
Just 2 days.
Oh my God.
And I go back to Lagos.
Right. But do be coming. You have to come back because there's a lot to explore.
Honestly, there is.
In 2 days now.
You know, I told you I have an itinerary. I don't think I can finish all the list in 2 days. No, I can't. So I definitely have to come back.
Okay. I wish you the absolute best.
Thank you so much
for being such a light. Thank you for doing what you do. You don't know who you're touching with what you're doing. And like you said, in the next 4 years is even far. I believe that your show is going to go global. People will recognize what you're doing, and young people will be blessed with what you're doing. Please
thank you so much, Stella. I really, really appreciate it.
Well, again, you can grab the book, like she says. Please do also read it. Inspiration, it has a lot that you can learn as well. And the affirmations part is very important. In a tough world where you feel like you're alone sometimes, books like this help us remember that, hey, there's light really at the end of the tunnel.